This garment factory in Phnom Penh will produce fewer garments this year than it did in the previous years. Faced with rising wages and other disruptive factors, the factory owner now has to be more selective in accepting orders from its buyers overseas. According to the manager, the factory can no longer accept orders for low to middle-end garments as the prices the buyer will pay for those garments do not cover the rising workers' wages.
បច្ចុប្បន្ននេះការបញ្ជាទិញគឺយើងមានការធ្លាក់ចុះបន្តិចបន្តួចដោយសារតែយើងបានសម្រិតសម្រាំង
Orders have gone down a bit as we have to be more selective, accepting merely good orders which give us higher prices and are easy to produce. If the prices are too low, we would not accept because as you can see, wages this year went up from $100 to $128. So we have to be more selective. We would lose money if we accept cheap orders. So we accept only good orders with better prices and large volume.
បានព្រោះធ្វើទៅវាខាតលុយអញ្ចឹងយើងយកតែល្អតម្លៃខ្ពស់ហើយនឹងការបញ្ជាចំនួនហ្នឹងវាច្រើនបាទ
The problem is also facing other factories. The factory owners say that because they can only accept certain orders, workers now have less work and earn less, especially with no overtime on offer from the factory. Mr. Tang Mei is the manager at a garment factory in Vanh Sraing area, which produces clothes for the US and European markets.
The factory has had little things to do lately. In the past 2 months, we had less production. The workers leave the factory at 4 p.m. almost every day. Less overtime work has been available, so we see that the production is going down. It's not a hearsay, it's the reality.
Seeing workers pouring out of the garment factories around Phnom Penh at 4 p.m. every day is an alarming sign of the times, according to the Garment Manufacturers Association in Cambodia, GMAC. Before the beginning of 2014, workers would regularly stay at work until 6 p.m. to benefit from the overtime opportunities that were available. Cambodia has so far mass-produced low to middle-end garments, mostly knitted items in simple styles. Per unit profit margin was very thin, so factories had to depend on volume. Wages have now risen sharply and productivity has not improved. It is therefore no longer possible for factories to continue with their mass production of low-end items if they are to survive. The public has been naive and been led to believe that buyers love Cambodia and would increase their buying prices after Cambodia set a higher minimum wage to help workers improve their living standard. But those with experience in the business know such a price increase will never happen. The buyers can go elsewhere cheaper to refill their orders. For instance, the letter from the ILO some months ago to many major international buyers calling for price increases for garments made in Cambodia went unanswered. Many factory managers complained that the unions compete with each other for popularity, power and control of the factories. So this has made it impossible to implement better systems or workflows, because unions reflectively object to any changes proposed by management. With wages rising, increasing productivity and efficiency would be a logical way to continue to attract buyers.